Hello everyone, welcome back to the technical sequel of Team HowdyCloudy. The team members are myself, Saminathan Raju, Saurav, Roshni, Prasad, RJ, and Ramya. The agenda for today is status, deployment plan, flow of the application and the data, research, Gantt chart, and the presentation link will be updated after the meeting recording. Without any further ado, let's get started. So where are we currently? Application development is underway. So we worked on a complete JavaScript-based solution without any custom middle tier overhead. The solution is completely Dockerized and deployed on Georgia Tech Docker environment. The link will be provided in the subsequent slides. We had a few challenges with Rancher timeouts, due to which Jenkins' job was a failure. Could overcome that with Jenkins file modifications. And one more important thing, no more hello world. You can now say, hello timely donor referral. Yes, you're right. The actual application itself can be seen using the link specified in the subsequent slide. So what's in pipeline? First, UI integration. Roshni and Saurav are going to be working on that. We currently have a HTML-based UI representation which will be replaced with more intuitive wizard-like flow. The next two slides will give you an idea of what it's going to look like. Second is application testing. Currently, manual testing is planned. Everyone in the team will be contributing to edge case scenarios, while the happy path is pretty obvious with a direct test flow. As I said, this is like existing UI. As you see, it's like purely HTML-based UI screen, and this is the upcoming UI. So the first, you see Centeso Hospital HR is the hospital that is being configured first, so it is a configurable value. And then the subsequent arrow mark shows us the wizard-like flow of the application. What are the next steps and all that? And finally, you get acknowledgement. The application deployment plan. The final version of the code will be maintained in the same GitHub repository provided to us. There is no plans of deploying it elsewhere, nor to enable build jobs. The current DevOps infrastructure and setup will remain as is and will be used. Let's quickly get into the application flow. As you see, the application is currently deployed onto the GATech Docker environment, and this is the URL. And application endpoint will be invoked by hospital EHR system, and the Cerner sandbox environment provide the EHR system, which is used to invoke and test our application. The authentication and file resources associated with the sandbox environment will be used. The data flow. And as you see, and this is exactly where the application is hosted, to register the application within the HR system, the registered client ID will be used for timely donor referral app for the OAuth 2 process. So you see the client ID and app ID and everything, and the redirect URI is also mentioned. So once you launch the application and once it is successful, user ID, password, what you're going to see it, then you will be redirected to the same redirect URI mentioned right here. You'll be shown with a list of patients. You select a patient from Cerner environment, then file resources corresponding to this patient will be sent to our application. Here you see the user ID and password. So up until you see the username and password, you are in Cerner's scope. So when you click launch, our application will be launched. As I said earlier, the UI is going to be reworked. So this is the current UI, and UI is going to be reworked. The timely donor referral application endpoint will be invoked, as we said. File resources for the selected patient from Cerner EHR will be populated onto this app. And the data can be edited by authorized persons. And since it is a POC, we are planning to keep it editable. Let's quickly get into the next section. Yeah, then the research. We were actually having a bit of a challenging in order to find a deceased patient information. Yes, you're right. And based on our research and discussion with UNOS, the Cerner sandbox do not have a flexibility to query patient based on deceased parameter. However, smarthealthit.org provides a closer alternative that enables us to query and select our preferred list of patients to our application. And here is exactly how we do it. On selecting deceased patients, we get more information, including extended observation and all that. Clicking on this observations opens a pop-up containing the detailed code and the reason for the death. So it's exactly what the research that we found out, and here is exactly what we're going to implement it with our application. the Gantt chart. So currently, we are pretty much on track. The current progress status is green. That's it pretty much from our side, and I'll see you soon in the upcoming lesson. Thank you, guys.